Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Looky here, we got another one from Mikkeller. Hopefully this won't be as confusing as the one we did yesterday. And this one was sent to me by Parrish out in California. This is, according to the bottle here, it says Mikkeller's Rauch Geek Breakfast, which is going to be a smoky beer. And it says here, smoked oatmeal stout brewed with coffee. And it's going to be using some smoked malts to get that smokiness in the beer. And it's a 7.5%, just like the one we did yesterday. So it's technically classified as an imperial or a double. The style in rate beer says it's a smoked beer, and the style in Beer Advocate says it's an American Double Imperial Stout. So we got conflicting conflicting descriptions of what the beer is. And just like yesterday's beer, it has two different pictures, and it has an alias. They used to call this a Beer Geek Bacon, and now it's called the Rauch beer, Rauch Geek beer breakfast, and a lot of conflicting stuff on the Mikkeller here on these last two beers. So hopefully this will actually be a stout, and we won't have to worry about it being a black IPA or something like that. So says availability is rotating, and like I told you yesterday, Mikkeller brews at different breweries over in Europe, and this one comes from Denmark according to what I have written here. And on the bottle it says Norway, so who knows? Does anybody really know? The beer has an alias, so I mean maybe they brewed one in one country and brewed this one in another country and changed the name. Only Mikkeller knows. I do not know. So guys, let's go over to the food pairings for this one. Says here, for this particular style, the food pairing is the cheese of buttery brie, Gouda, Havarti, Swiss, and since it is a stout, it goes well with chocolate. And the meat is beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. The glassware is a pint, becker, the Nonic, a tumbler, the snifter, the oversized wine glass. I'm going to use a duo glass for this one since it's not classified as a black IPA. And the beer says can be cellared for long periods under proper conditions. This is a stout and a 7.5%er. This one should keep for a while. So if you've had this one and want to cellar it, I don't see any reason why you could not. Alright, let's get on with this one. Don't think there's anything else. As the one was yesterday, it is written in Danish in the description, so I cannot read what it says. I don't recognize any of the hops or anything in there. I'm pretty sure they use some kind of smoked malt for this. So let's get the cap off of this one. Let's see what's going on with this one. And like I told you yesterday, guys, the openers are not going to be available anymore. I'm not ordering anymore for those guys up there. We had a little difference of opinion. So I'm going to probably try to get some pint glasses with Gregsbeerreview logos on them. And if you're interested in one of those, give me some comments back whether you think that's a good idea and whether you'd be interested in buying one of those. So I don't know what the price is going to be yet, and I haven't even drawn up any logos or anything, but I am going to do some research on that in the next couple of days, and we're going to see about getting some of them ordered. So let's do the pour. We're going to go down the center on this one. Looks very much like a stout, so hopefully we can narrow this one down. Parrish, thanks again for sending this one to me. I do appreciate it. Looks very dark in the glass. Yesterday we had just some slight red tinges around the outside of the glass. This one has none. This looks very much like a stout. Very dark, no light at all coming through the beer, and on that aggressive pour, about a finger of head, and there's a very chocolatey looking head on the top of the beer. So let's get a nose on it and see what we got here. Oh yeah, not getting that big hot profile like the one we did yesterday. This one actually smells like a stout. Definitely getting the smokiness from the smoked malt that they've used, chocolate, maybe some dark fruit in there. Very smoky. I like that. I like that smoky smell. Not getting the bacon. Maybe we'll taste some bacon in it once we get to tasting it. Maybe just a little bit of coffee in there. Smells very wonderful. Oh yeah. Big smoky smell on this beer here. Toffee, caramel, dark fruit, smoked malt, and just a hint of chocolate. So let's give it a taste. Cheers everybody. Cheers Parish. Oh yeah. Being a hophead, I did like yesterday's beer. It was a little confusing because it was like it was half and half of a black IPA and half of a stout. But this tastes very good. It's a very nice smoky stout. Not getting any bacon though. Getting a big, heavy smoked malt taste. Very smoky. Of course, it's right out of the fridge. So as we sip on this and let it warm up to room temperature, maybe some of that bacon will come out. I hope so. I do like bacon. Does anybody not like bacon? I mean, I can't think of anybody that doesn't like bacon. Bacon goes with everything. Not getting any alcohol at all on that beer. Very, very tasty. I'm liking this one better than I liked the one yesterday because I was undecided on which style it should be graded as. So this one, there's no question. This is a nice smoky stout. So let's let it warm up and see where this one ends up. Let the other half taste it. Sip on it just a little bit like I am, and we'll come back and do the final chug on this one, guys. I'm liking it so far. Stick around. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Been sipping on this for probably about 45 minutes. Very, very tasty beer. Nice smoked malt in this beer. Coffee, chocolate, roasted malt, some dark fruit in there. Very, very pleasant. Let's do the final chug. Delicious. Very, very tasty beer, guys. The only way this would be any better as far as I'm concerned is to have a year on the bottle when it was produced. So doesn't need a month or a day, being a 7.5% smoked stout on this beer. Would like to have a year so we know when it was put in the bottle, so we know how long to cellar it and all that stuff. I'm kind of a stickler on that kind of stuff this year. I'm gonna start hacking the grays because they don't have dates on it. Craft beer has been out for 20 years or so now, and these guys that want to produce these beers need to step up to the plate and put some kind of year on these bigger beers, and on the IPAs and stuff they need to have a month and a day that was put in the bottle, or Best By day, either one. I'd prefer when it was put in the bottle. That way we can make our own decision when it's Best By, so and how long it's actually been in the bottle itself. So guys, if it had a date on it, I'd probably give this a 10, but it doesn't have a date on it or a year. It's going to get to 9 for me. So it's a solid A beer as far as I'm concerned. Very tasty. Parrish, thanks again for sending this one out to me. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I usually enjoy most of the beers. Like I said, I haven't had a bad beer from these guys, but some are just a little bit better than others. I wasn't super impressed yesterday. I still gave it an A, an 8, an A minus, but I'm going to give this one a 9 because we know what style it's supposed to be in, and it fits the style. So very smoky, nice coffee, chocolate, roasted malt, dark fruit. Got a lot of stuff going on in this beer. Very delicious, very tasty. Let's see what the other guys say about this beer. Let's go over to Beer Advocate first, and they say 86, which is in a very good range. I think the number's a tad low, but it is a very good beer. I will agree with that. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says 99 overall and 100 in the style. Wouldn't argue with those numbers a bit. Just want to get the year on this type of beer. They need to put a year on the back label, and I don't know how they can get away with not doing that. I think it's required for the beers that come out in Europe and over there across the pond that they have to put a date on the back of the bottle, and I don't know how they get away with it not doing it over here. So I think it needs a year on the beer, so I'm going to leave it at that. If it had a year, it'd probably get to 10 for me. So if you've had this one from Mikkeller, give me some comments back on this one. Whether you liked it, didn't like it. I did like it. I thought it was very, very tasty. Nice smokiness. That's what stands out on this beer to me, how smoky the malt was, and I enjoyed that. It's been nice to have a big old strip of bacon stuffed down in there. Never did get any bacon taste off of it, so I don't think it's actually got any bacon in it, but it probably would go well with some bacon. So with that being said, guys, hit that like button, rate, comment, subscribe. And a final note on this, I'm in the process of designing up some pint glasses. If you're interested in getting a Gregsbeerreviews pint glass, give me some comments back on this one, and we're going to take that walk tomorrow and go see what's in the fridge. Hope you can join me then. See ya.